Hi, Tyler. Hey, Tyler. Hey. Can you hear us okay?
Yeah. Seems like a lot. There's a rolling noise in the background.
Yeah, it's gonna be a little bit shitty. I gotta work out some light. That's separating to the stream is always cut in halfway through whenever I run this part. I did a quick internet search and nobody seems to have actually resolved that problem. Expert who doesn't seem to recognize that it is a problem.
Yeah, that's about right, yeah.
Are they cutting in and out for you as well, Tyler?
A little bit.
Okay.
But you guys sound like
it sounds great to us. We're on no microphone. Yeah, we're on that microphone. So next time I'll have that.
So a little microphone. Again, Rob's trying to set the PC for Discord, so hopefully that XSplit does not crash tonight.
Like I said, it's supposedly a thing.
Yeah.
And then XSplit just pretends it doesn't happen.
Of course not. That's really
Excellent. It works sometimes.
Yeah. Sometimes it works. That is, you get the user error. But yeah, so yeah, like I said, that's finding those other ones in the state.
Who's got Facebook?
I'm on Discord right now.
Okay.
Can you jump on YouTube? Or
No. And only two ways to figure out what other things, like the way
yeah. No, that makes sense. I understand that. It actually is possible.
Yeah, that's what it is. Guys seem to try to exist even though there's an autocomplete for it. Moments away.
Nobody chatting right now.
Alright, I suppose
Let's do the show on the road. always
it is.
one now. I can
Okay.
tell. I know it.
Look at this.
That's why I always stick people like
I
this.
always wanted to do that.
I think it's Glenn. I don't know. That might be something I want to try.
Oh, there you go. There it is, right there.
It's
Yeah.
what
Is it like
it's spinning.
playing the sound?
I don't know. I turned the sound on.
No, the sound was coming through before, so you got sound.
Yeah, but the other ones, that one I pipe. This one I don't.
Yeah, but I just heard my own voice, so yeah. No, the sound was coming through.
There you go. It's going through just fine.
I don't hear the music really.
Professionalism.
Oh well. Yeah, I mean I don't turn off the mic. You know, like hot mic all the
Hot mic.
Hot.
So we can.
Hot mics are waiting to meet you.
When did Facebook start just like
Being annoying?
no doing closed caption for all these?
I don't remember when that started. It's been a while.
It's often wrong.
We must speak clearly enough that it gets it right all the
It
time.
does seem to get it right.
It
pretty
must be just
regularly,
really
Yeah,
to be
good.
honest.
it's pretty accurate. Only when you were all talking that it has an issue.
And then
Wow.
it just says, "Please stop cross talking."
Unrecognizable blah.
Yeah.
Alright. I suppose.
Useless idiots.
Live from the 6th subfloor basement of the glorious Guys, Games, and Beer Towers. It's the Guys, Games, and Beer Show.
Yay!
So,
That's very exciting.
yeah.
That was.
Starring Ryan, Tom,
Oh.
Hi.
Jacob,
Hello.
Tyler, Rob, and Larry as the beaver. Alright. Anyway.
Hey,
how
I
you
love
going?
tonight's topic. You know, we've never done this topic before, Rob.
We haven't. I'm kind of surprised we haven't. Every once in a while we can fish up a topic that we haven't done, but
Yeah, when you've been on the air as long as we have, it really gets a little difficult not to repeat topics.
it's right. Especially when nobody's listening to warn you to come up with new topics.
Yeah,
10
yeah.
years of this.
You know, yeah, besides interviews, man. Now, interviews are always... Speaking
Yeah,
of
those
which,
always do well.
Speaking of
To be,
which,
to be fair,
To
be fair. Next, what's
To be fair,
what's happening next Tuesday, Rob?
That's not next Tuesday.
Two
we're
Tuesdays from now?
another, yeah, it's 2 Tuesday.
Tuesday.
We moved it because the developer had some stuff, so it'll be on the 20.
Whoa.
Wait.
Uh-oh.
I can tell you what the name is.
That much, huh?
listen to
It'll be the
that.
20. It'll be on the 20.
Well, let's
I thought the 22nd.
break up
22nd.
glasses then.
All right, so the
That's 2
22nd.
weeks.
Who do we have on the show the 22nd, Rob?
On the 22nd, we have. Why don't you wait for me, will you?
I'm just making Rob work.
I know.
A game developer
I've
that
got-
you might
No,
know.
it's not a game developer.
It is actually a game developer.
Does he do game developing too?
It is a game developer.
Okay.
It's absolutely a game developer.
Yeah.
I know the game because I've been playing it. I'm just looking for the.
So the game's already out.
Oh, it's a.
Yep. I'm a little slow today. You know, we're kind of the worst. I don't know why you ask me questions like this.
No, just
Anyway.
because it annoys you.
You know, it's by the way, it's the crew from Sunset Arctic Games, and they're local, by the way.
Which is even cooler.
Right? They've got a game called Echo Blade coming out.
Nice.
I'm trying to remember the name of the developer. I feel terrible, but sorry about that. But I remember the name of the company, but I don't remember the name of the developer. So the
So
developer's name. I'll know it in 2 weeks.
All
for
right.
sure.
Until this time, we had an interview coming up and do. Now we no longer do.
All right, hey.
But anyway, check out Echo Blade. There's a. But by the way, there's a demo of it. I'll try and get a link up in the description for it. But it's neat. I think you're gonna like it.
Cool.
You ever played Temple of Apshai?
No,
Nothing
not
like
all.
it, but it's a lot like the cover. So the game,
okay.
graphically, it's a lot like the cover. It's an interesting game. Anyway,
Maybe in one of our last
Something
plays
different.
we'll get that
we
done.
could. We're working on that. Yep. Working
All right.
out.
Hey.
Working out. Anyway, today I think we're gonna start with the beer court. Ba-da-da. I just realized I couldn't hear it, and then I realized that there's no soundtrack to that. We make it.
Right.
It just goes clink, clink, clink.
Yeah, it just makes a clink noise. That's all it does. Yeah. So that's where I'm at today, guys. By the way, guys, Games and Beer is brought to you by Lionheart Racing. Lionheart Racing, all the joy of racing without the rubber hot dogs.
So who brings
Today's
us
beer.
in?
Oh, this is me.
All right, well then, Rob, why don't you tell people what we're up to tonight?
We're gonna.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
You can each have one, you know.
Well, you're
You can, but
I can guarantee this is pretty good.
Oh no, it's
I had it.
it's a 9.6 on the Richter
Yeah,
scale. So
it mangled me. It mangled me.
So we're cutting it.
Well, I tried it.
So
I got
you're
some crap in the white.
drinking
'cause I
these on
ate
the
the
lunch
lunch
break, huh?
Yeah, the lunch
Yeah.
break beer.
No,
You get one.
So, for those of you who don't work in IT departments drink. They tend to like to go to the bar. And a couple weeks ago, we had it out midweek, just to just check out.
Because it was a Wednesday.
Yeah, because it was a Wednesday,
Yeah.
and everybody was in. So we decided to go to Raised Grain, which it wasn't. It was the first choice, and then what happened was it didn't open till later, till like 4. And we were gonna go to another bar, and then
Let me in.
yeah, what happened was, fortunately, we had something break, and we had to stay late. So boom, we're right back in there. Raised Grain.
So where's
Anyway.
Raised Grain located?
It's somewhat by Waukesha. That's the proper pronunciation.
Waukesha.
Oh, yeah. The locals call it Waukesha, but Waukesha, she would beg to differ on
So what do you got?
pronunciation. So anyway, what we got here is the Black Walnut Belgian Imperial Stout. I actually think I'm finally off the IPAs for a little bit. I think I've finally done it.
That happens.
I had 2 IPAs, blasted through those, and went on this. And I think I've had enough. But I really like this one.
Dude, this you can smell the roasted grains in this. Holy
Yeah.
crap! They roasted the fuck out of these grains.
It is, by the way, a clean and complex stout with notes of chocolate, vanilla, and coffee, which I love. From Belgian.
Bulgins.
They're bulging!
They're bulging!
These bulging melts! I almost said bulging melts! Oh, just going on. Belgian malts and candy. Is that candy spelled like a stripper?
Yes,
Yeah,
so Candy spelled like a
sure.
stripper.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
Candy evidently is handling every can.
Now,
Yeah, that's
I
not
don't know if
right.
we should expect much because it is only a silver award winner.
Well,
This
But-
is
but-
9.6% alcohol by
But what did
volume.
it get a silver in? American style Imperial Stout, but on the front says a Belgian Imperial Stout.
American-made Imperial Stout.
Okay, so this is one of those again where the can tells you exactly what you're going to get. Chocolate, vanilla, and coffee.
Yeah.
I mean, I got all 3 of those no problem on this.
Yeah.
It's as delicious as I remember. I was a lot more buzzed when I had it last time.
So you
Yeah.
didn't start with this then, huh?
I love saying stuff like this because Darlene knows what I did.
I don't know.
This
So
is
what
not
I
a starter
did-
beer.
Well, I gotta go get a
So
glass.
what I did while I was
think
there
something's
is
coming up weird.
she said, "Hey, are you coming home?" And I'm like, "Psst, on the highway, right?"
I've been drinking. I'm on the highway.
On the highway, yeah. Which I realized I was a little buzzy.
Yeah.
So
Welcome
I
to
got
Scouting.
caught in that lie, which every man's told it. Probably most women have told it. To be honest, to be fair,
To be fair.
To be
fair,
fair.
most women have probably done
Oh,
exactly
yeah.
the same thing.
Yeah, this is much better out of a glass.
Is it really?
Yes.
If you want a glass.
No, I'm good.
Okay.
You sure?
Oh, hell yeah.
You guys might want to lower or raise your sensitivity because we're only hearing you when you actually
Yeah, there's
get loud.
there's not a lot to do with the Discord, I'm afraid. We're gonna have to put an actual mic on.
Get
It's a
loud!
temporary hookup.
Yeah, this
Did
is just
you hear
temporary.
that?
We're just we're miking through the laptop So it's going to be a little quiet
The
tonight.
problem that we've been having is that, oh, by the way, XSplit, sometimes it works. XSplit will drop if you have Discord on it. So we're running it on a separate machine, but I didn't have enough time really to test it all. I had planned to have way more time today, but work bugged the hell out of me all day. I mean, they have to. It's not like they don't have to.
It is work, dude.
But
Yeah.
I was busy all day and didn't get a chance to do this.
Impressions here is it. You know, I mean, if you don't know what a stout is and you
I
don't
wonder
know
if I
what
can
you're going
change
in
the
for,
Hold on.
expect to eat a loaf of bread, and you'll be that full.
Yeah, and a 9.6 stout, even more so.
And you're going to be a little buzzed, and so I mean, it brings a lot to the table if you can handle it. I'm not sure. Like if you like to drink beer at a fast pace, I don't think this is the beer.
Oh,
for
no. You know what? You
This is
shouldn't
kind
have
of a
stout.
sipper. It's kind
Here,
of a sipper.
Oh, you can change it.
I'm turning off I'm turning down the sensitivity. Is that better for you guys?
Turn it up.
Yeah, so far that is.
Okay. We'll try that. I was able to fix it. Good idea.
There's an idea.
Good idea, Jacob. By the way.
I don't. That is
I
not
said
very
it,
rock
okay.
and roll to turn it down.
Because it was literally like
Not rock and roll.
you'd say a couple words, then nothing, then say a couple words, then nothing. I'm like, a sentence is being had here, but I have no clue what it is.
Okay, well, let's try that.
I gotta throw.
I mean, Larry just talks like that.
All right, so let's run.
All right, so
Let's run around the line here. Rob, seeing as you bought it, you grabbing it out of the party cooler?
sure, why the hell not? Especially if I want to get lit. All right. There might be a conditional there. If I'm ready to get lit. If I want to get lit, yeah, I'm gonna do
Or
it.
willing to.
So you're saying early beer. You're not going to wait till the end of the night to start pulling these out of the cooler.
It depends where I'm at.
I'm
Oh,
telling you,
This was my last beer of the
Because I
night.
made that mistake this weekend. I started with the beer and then all of a sudden whiskey
Oh.
glasses were being poured. Like, I'll take one of those whiskey glasses. Nice. Yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah. All right, Ryan, party cooler?
I think I have to pass party cooler because
Heartbreaking.
I want to. It's very tasty. I'm not gonna. Yeah, I'm not. Yeah.
That's the last time.
All
I've
right,
seen a
Larry,
beer and
party
I'm
cooler?
heartbroken.
No.
All
No, this is
They
too
can see
heavy
us.
Uh,
for me to party in.
Agreed. I'm not grabbing it out of the party cooler. It's delicious, but it's
Yeah.
you hit it right on the money.
Yeah.
It's heavy. This is a heavy beer.
I'll test that later.
All right, so
I could probably turn the camera on.
let's go out to the pub. Rob, you buying it at the pub?
Well, obviously, I've proven that I will buy that at the pub.
Yes,
Yeah.
and take it home to boot.
Yeah, and I'll take it home
This is a pub buy.
and take pictures and send it to you guys.
Yeah, I would buy this at the.
All right, Larry, you ordered at the pub?
Probably not.
Okay, I would again. Yeah, this is a pub buy to me. I would order this at the pub.
It's just so heavy.
It's a stout.
It's just so
It's a
heavy.
stout, man.
It's
It's to me. This is a good winter beer.
Yeah, I know. At least that. It's something for winter, since you normally say everything's for
Summer.
summer. That's a summer beer.
Nah, this is a good winter beer, man. This one
This is yeah.
with
this
that
is
9%,
definitely,
you can get warmed up. I'll bet you with that alcohol.
And there better be an elk head hanging up somewhere near you.
Oh, fuck yeah. Antlers
If I ever
everywhere.
find an elk
You
head,
know
I'm
what?
totally
You
gonna
know
go
what?
Remember
buy it.
Von Trier's, all the antlers?
Yeah,
This is the kind of beer you're
You
drinking.
know,
when
going
you're sitting
ice
all those
fishing.
antlers.
absolutely.
this
This is a what Geordie beer they call it
Mm.
in England.
Sipping this on the ice
Oh,
next
yeah.
to a fishing hole might not be too bad.
Okay,
I got
I'm
sipping
liking
right
that. I'm liking that
That might be-
scenario.
Yeah, maybe out of that party cooler.
Okay, that's a different. That's a. I don't connect. Well, that gets partying.
The limited amount you want to grab your glass and take sips. You know,
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah, you don't have to. You're right. You don't have to.
you're
pull
already
your hands
cold.
out.
You're like, okay, I'll get that one in a few minutes here.
All right, guys. Let's pass verdict
All right.
on Black Walnut, a Belgian Imperial Stout by Ray's Grain Brewing Company out of Waukesha, Wisconsin.
Yeah, I think it's out of somewhere near anyway.
Okay, but around.
Somewhere
Yeah.
near there.
Somewhere
Somewhere
near
around
there.
I
there.
will recommend it for Ty for sure,
Oh,
because
yeah.
he loves these.
he loves. Yeah.
Imperials.
All right. Let's see what we got.
3, 2, 1.
Oh,
Okay, that's
Yeah.
pretty much a thumbs up here. It's,
Yeah, I mean, I think
Yeah,
it
he
does
gave it
what
a
it
mostly.
does well.
No,
so,
it was exactly what they told you it was on the can.
yeah, does what it does well.
Yeah. So and as far as the stout go,
Although when I first had it out of the can, it just a little off.
Yeah.
But out of the glass, it is much better. And you know, no, I got
What I hate about you
I got
bastards.
a video game trivia game
Yeah.
from Tom for Christmas. So we're going to
Ask a question a week.
Well, we're going to do a couple questions
I like
a
that.
week,
Yeah.
and we're going to have us keep a score.
Yeah.
And we'll
We
do
may
something
get-
like
we may
maybe
get
we'll
some
roll a
prizes.
dice, and whosever number comes up, it's their chance to score.
I like this idea.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, we talked about this. This is good.
I like this idea.
All right, so
We're back.
we're back.
All right, Judge Rob, you were about to pass verdict on
Raised grain.
Black Walnut Belgian Imperial Stout by Raised Grain Brewing Company out of Wisconsin. It got all thumbs up. Mixed on whether you'd actually grab it out of the party cooler or not. Judge Rob passed verdict on this beer.
On the charge of busting my black nuts, I find you guilty and sentence you to
Drinking!
There you go.
Okay, so guys, as you know, XSplit, as always,
Yeah, okay, go ahead.
is not behaving, so the verdict came after that. We will be fixing that because it has been an ongoing problem for us. So
We're not the only people either, which is really weird considering it's the paid for product.
yeah, well, that's the worst part. It is a paid for product. So
Anyway,
all right. So hey,
So
Rob,
it's not just an isolated issue. This is something that's actually happening to like multiple customers at once of XSplit.
yeah.
they're complaining about it.
Great
It's
at
got a
things,
memory
that's
leak
what-
of some
By the way,
kind.
hi Dallas.
Finding our own part. Hey, how's it going?
They probably rolled
Oh,
out
Rob even tried moving Discord onto a separate computer tonight, thinking, well, maybe Discord. No, still crashed.
No, but I like having Discord on separate machines.
That's not a
It's
bad
kinda nice,
idea, anyways.
Garbage, you know.
Yeah.
It's kind of nice. So,
All right, so
now that the sound seems to be working.
Rob, what's the real topic tonight?
Real topic tonight is Western games. Yes, that's right. I want to
Why
be
do
a
you
cow
say it
geek.
that way?
What's the real topic tonight?
Does it?
What's not real about beer court?
Because we devolve into discussions about everything but what we're supposed to be.
I mean, beer court could.
We'll start talking about movies, particularly the new Matrix Revolution, Matrix movie. And Rob,
Don't get me started.
thank you. And Rob will.
Did you watch it?
Not yet.
Okay.
Don't do it.
Real topic is.
See?
Real topic is.
Now you know why I say
Wait,
that.
I watched Ghostbusters Afterlife, and I am proud to announce that it was okay. It was pretty good. I enjoyed it. Darlene agreed with me on this.
I figured
It feels
little
like
marshmallow guys.
they're
How can you go wrong?
adorable. They're marketing, you know. But it feels like a continuation. It feels like an '80s film, to be honest.
Really?
It really feels like an '80s film, and I think that's what turns some people off of it.
Oh
It
no,
is
I wanted
paced-
to feel like
It is very paced like an '80s film. It's paced like the original Ghostbusters.
Oh, so it's a little slow.
It's a continuum of it. It doesn't reboot it. It isn't slap happy. It has a dry kind of humor for the first one. That's one of the things I really didn't like about the 2016 reboot. Like I said, I hate it when you replace characters that I like
Well,
and try and make a statement out of it. It's okay to replace some of them. Like, good example, Battlestar Galactica. Starbuck's a woman in that. Freaking best version of Starbuck ever. That can happen.
Dirk Benedict,
But I
man.
felt like they...
Dirk Benedict.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
I
mean, those acting chops.
yeah.
It almost
The
be
depth of
better,
his
like
brain.
No, there's
like the other
to be
one,
fair.
the 16 one. If the
It was-
characters had like found a cachet of the old equipment and dusted
Would have
it
been better.
off, and,
Would have been better.
Would have been
and
better.
sort of
Also,
tag the old
if they had
stuff
put
and
the
had their new
stupid, like you
stuff.
said, slapstick comedy.
And the
into it.
slapstick and the
Oh, the slapstick.
explaining
Hey,
things.
Buster Keaton made a whole good living on that.
Yeah,
Star-
Buster Keaton.
Yeah. The original Ghostbusters really did assume that you were at least fairly smart.
Yeah.
And that's the problem with the 2016. It assumed you were a effing idiot, a blooming idiot, and it showed throughout. There were actually parts of it that were funny,
I'm a blooming
and there were
idiot.
characters that were likable in it.
I'm blooming delighted.
Now we're back the hell on this.
Why I said
Why are we
the
back?
real topic.
Why'd you say this?
I didn't.
Nice
I
topic.
said
By the
you
attention
started this
span
story.
of a
You
gnat,
started the story. I said
And you-
go. Why do you say
and,
the real
uh,
topic?
threw
Now you
some-
know, Larry.
you
Why
knew
I
some
say the
tasty,
real
tasty
topic.
fabric
So-
from a gnat.
So
Couldn't
back
get
to
off
this
on the
question.
top
The real
tangent
topic
about
is.
Hey,
The real topic
Fuck yourself,
is. Back
Ghostbusters
track.
film. Pretty good. That's the topic.
Back
today.
on
Sorry.
train tracks, which usually go.
Oh, it is hard.
Into somebody who's parked on the tracks, and then a plane crashes right into it.
Or they go west.
It could go west.
All right.
Good in this
So,
Anyway, we're talking about Western games, or I want to be a cow geek,
oh,
and that's today's topic. We're going to talk about games that take place in the Wild Wild West. I think we're going to start out in Discord. Hey, by the way, if you're wondering what's going on in Discord, you can go to www.guysgamesandbeer.net. Take a look on the top right-hand corner of the screen. There's a link over to our Discord. You can join in and say hi. And then we'll probably... No, we won't.
Well, hi, Goovin. Goovin, is that how you think you pronounce that?
and Dallas is hoping we ignore him. But
with an
I believe Dallas is on the top of the list, so I think we're going to ask Dallas, hey, man,
Might as well.
what's your game?
A game I actually played back at MGC 2019 extensively that one night. I think it was the night everybody was playing Werewolf, and I picked this up on one of the SNES emulators, and I was surprised I never played it. I think I might play before that, but I can't recall. But I got super hooked. It's called Wild Guns Reloaded. It's a steampunk western arcade shooter. Not sure if it was for the arcades originally, but yeah, I mean it's a fucking blast. I remember as soon as we played that, as soon as I got home, I ended up buying the remaster here on Steam. In fact, I might post the link here in a little bit, but
Dude,
yeah,
you
it's
play
a
that in
fucking
VR?
blast.
Play anything in VR.
No, I mean, is it a... Oh,
It-
no,
no.
it looks like it's a...
No,
It looks like
no, I
it's...
looked at it, but I thought, wow, that should be a VR game. It should be a shooter. It should be.
At first I thought that, but now I'm looking at it, and it's more
Because
of those
it's-
left and right.
It was
Yeah.
originally like a light gun game, right? So
I think so.
yeah, and so it just would stand to reason that it could be a VR game and be a light gun game, so to speak, in VR. But that's not what happened.
No, it's not.
No.
It looks like your character's on screen, though, isn't he?
Mm-mm.
Is he? No?
Mm-mm.
Or it? Because
I don't know,
Yeah,
Dallas.
it's not quite. I
Dallas.
mean, when it comes to light gun mechanics, it's kind of hard because it's not just shooting; it's also dodge rolling and bombing and stuff like that. So the dodge rolling, I hate using this term, I really do, but it's almost like a Souls concept where it's all about timing and dodging these attacks at the right moment, especially with this dodge roll. Foreground enemies, just like this dude. Yeah, pretty challenging. So it's all about I'm trying to stay alive and trying to progress as fast as possible. I think for this version, the remaster, if you do beat it, you get the retro version, the soundtrack. But honestly, I prefer the remastered much better. It sounds just glorious. It's got that awesome western sound to it too. But yeah, it's the whole thing's a futuristic Wild Wild West steampunk aesthetic.
Dallas, what was it on originally again?
SNES.
All right, and then now it's available for the PC on Steam now, right?
Yeah, I believe it's on Steam. I think it might be on Switch as well, if I'm not mistaken.
It is.
But
Okay,
yeah, for that. So yeah, if you have a Switch and you're curious, definitely pick this up. And on Steam, definitely. It's I don't know if it goes on sale that often, but it's not an unreasonably priced game. In my opinion, it's pretty damn fun. So
All right.
yeah, definitely worth checking out.
Early
I'll
in
be
the-
streaming it the whole episode, so yeah, or at least most I
Cool.
can, just in case people want to see what it's like. So.
Yeah, so drop into the Twitch channel and you can check out Dallas' stream on
Yep.
that game.
Early in the Switch, there was in the Switch's lifespan, there was this Twitter feed called Everything on the Switch, and you could forward it things you wanted to see on the Switch. And a couple years in, they quit that Twitter user because everything did come to the Switch. Everything is on the Switch. And it is insane. how much
It is
stuff on
amazing
there.
how much. All right, who's going next, Rob?
Oh, let's see who we got next on the list. We got Jacob.
Well, I have a board game for you.
Ooh, nice.
Ooh. Way to go.
It is a-
AMC.
Yes. It is a board game called Rail Raiders Infinite.
No, okay.
It is a train heist game,
Nice.
but
The
it
idea.
is a Western-styled, futuristic Western. So therefore, you are trying to pull off a heist on the mag rail, and the law bots are there to stop you, as well as your other outlaws, I guess you could put it. You could be helping each other. You could be causing the other person problems.
Holy crap, it's so
But yet what you're there to do is get on the train, try and steal as much as you can, and then get off before it pulls into the track.
That actually sounds really good. What,
It can be quite fun. I was planning on bringing it to a board game night one time.
what was the name of that one again?
Rail Raiders Infinite.
Rail Raiders Infinite.
It was a Kickstarter game that I managed to get. I'm pretty sure they still do sell it. But the way that you also determine who wins is with dice. And the dice have poker
Face.
suits on them.
Mm,
Yeah, poker faces.
cute.
So therefore, you try to get the best poker hand to win.
Well, I like that.
That's a nice touch.
Yeah, I actually like that quite a bit. I like games with the poker mechanic thrown into it.
It's, you know,
It is a
it,
thing,
it
you know?
works with that game.
Yeah.
If you're gonna do the old
Yeah,
West.
it's Old West. A lot of poker was played in the Old West, and it's going okay.
Lean into that shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's quite a few.
They also through Kickstarter had a couple extra characters that were thrown in that were inspired by different people. Like you have you have Sharp Spaggle, which is supposed to be Spike Spiegel from Cowboy Bebop.
Oh, cute.
Kind of
Very
thought
nice.
that.
You have Canton Cobb, who is Jane Cobb from Firefly. And then you have Lash the Tornado, which is supposed to be Vash the Stampede.
Yeah, that one was pretty obvious.
Yeah.
You know, I'm gonna boo that a little bit. They could have threw in like a very classic, like some variant of a Doc Holliday or
Spot
Wild
Holiday?
Bill or
Wyatt.
Spot
yeah,
Holiday. That would be
yeah,
funny.
Wyatt or something like that.
Agreed. That would have been kind of a nice touch. But
Well,
it's
oh,
just,
They
Yeah.
did have more, but they just didn't hit all the goals.
yeah. Well, hey, maybe in the future. Okay, so where can the people find
Yeah.
this game?
The game was originally put out by, I believe it is Soda Pop Minis.
Oh, okay.
Let me go in my closet and see.
I think right now, like for board games, and I haven't gotten a chance to play this one. I think, what?
Do you have that one?
No.
Oh, okay. You buy all the damn board games, Larry.
I mean, I do.
I know, I was going to ask if you do this
No,
one.
I do. And I was thinking Doomtown is another huge one. And,
Soda Pop Minis.
Soda Pop Minis, all right. So, is it available? I mean, so you Kickstarted it, I take it?
I kickstarted the hell out of that game.
So, but is it available now, like at your local game purveyor?
I don't think at your local game purveyor. I think you're going to have to go onto the website to actually get it. Because every game place that I've went to, doesn't have it, and few people have heard of it.
All right. Yeah. Well, definitely.
I don't think it did well.
You need to bring this. You need to bring this to the next game night.
I plan to.
All right. All right.
It is a fun game, but also interpreting what different rules mean can also be interesting because they don't.
Because
They
it
don't
turns into
explain-
an old school Western bar brawl?
Yeah, you can. You can also one of the characters, Geronimo, who is an Indian. He doesn't have a ranged weapon, but yet he can throw people off the train. That's his ability. Is he can just throw people off.
Like throw mom off the train.
I mean,
Yeah.
that seems like a melee attack.
It does actually.
You know, I mean, it's a throw. It's, I
He
get, but
is
it's a
only
attack.
melee, and what his ability is if it is another player and you are in a shootout, you can grab the person and fuck them off the train if you win.
Nice. All right.
Asking for tickets, I hope.
Yeah.
Do you have a
Yeah.
ticket? No
Yeah.
ticket.
Yeah. No ticket.
No ticket.
All right, Rob.
Well,
who's
we're
next?
bandits. We don't really have tickets.
Indiana Jones.
The first part of the game is trying to get on to the train.
Because you don't have tickets.
Ticket to Ride was a
Yeah,
prequel.
you're there to rob the place.
There were no tickets involved in that either.
Okay, Rob. Who's next?
Just let me have it. Hey, Beej, you gonna throw one out?
I am. I actually just found it on my old Steam library. Unfortunately, it is not very popular, but here goes. It's called Outlaws of the Old West. It came out on Steam back in 2019, just pre-lockdown, and it is a survival MMO. I got that little genre niche. I just can't stop playing them, and it was fun. It was all of the building mechanics were very snappy and well done, like Ark. It was very well put together. Unfortunately, the reviews were overwhelmingly negative on Steam. You could shoot from horseback. The mechanics were pretty solid. You could do all the Wild West stuff, mine for gold, make an inn, go play poker, do all that. It was very PvE, PvP, whichever you wanted to do. It had a decent story. We jumped in it on early access. It's still only $20, but unfortunately, it did overwhelmingly negative and mixed out reviews.
Yeah,
the
why
build
is that?
mechanics were solid. It's just it did not do well.
Yeah, but why do you think that was?
Because probably the market at that time was pretty much kind of flooded with survival MMO builder base games, and I think that it just didn't get the push that it needed. Maybe it's by Virtual Basement LLC was the developer. I don't know who they are, but it just had a bunch of mixed reviews, dude. Like, it's solid, it renders good. There's hardly any clipping issues, and I don't know. Like, the build system was straightforward. The textures were solid. It didn't look all cartoony and all cell shaded or just very crap. It looked good, like it was on its way, and it just kind of died.
Wonder if it was. I don't know. You don't seem to be saying this, but it was hard to get into. Like, it took too long for it to. Like, sometimes you gotta. If it takes 2 hours to get into the game because you're doing all the setup, it's too long, right?
Oh no!
Right,
it did like you
I have
had like
played
a
games
10-minute
like that.
tutorial, and it just like dumped you right in.
Yeah.
I I guess the big
Like,
complaint is it's been development hell forever.
Well,
However, I want to point out that for $20, this guy that's complaining about it being a pump and dump has 75.2 hours. God, it sucked. I said 72 hours.
Yeah,
Wait. He really wanted to give it a chance. He was really making it hard. I'm gonna get it every chance possible.
I want you to look at this so you know I'm not making this up. Not recommended 896 hours. Oh wait, 856 hours.
Yeah, wait a minute. How the fuck?
What a horrible get! I paid $20 for this
And
crap.
only
I got 800 hours. Jesus wept. I'm not
BJ,
kidding.
you thought it was okay.
who, me?
Yeah.
Damn it.
Oh, yeah, well, I enjoyed it.
evidently
Like,
this
it
guy
was
did
nice.
too.
It's just it didn't have the population it really needed to thrive. But the 2 servers I joined, I mean, we had 20 people on constantly. People formed their little gangs and posses and everything. And for $20, it was fun as hell.
Yeah, alright. To hell with this. Yeah, there's people, a lot of these are like over 50 hours on record. I have a hard time with this. Yeah, this game sucks, so I played it for 50 hours. Bullshit.
Yeah,
Let's
thank
give
you.
it a fair shot.
They're mad at
Yeah,
it.
let's give it a fair.
fair.
I have games that I've said, this game is great. 15 minutes later, dropped it. Didn't see it for years.
Yeah. So
You
they
did not
just really
spend
wanted to give it
50 hours on
they
a
wanted
game.
to give it a full analysis.
Can you imagine?
Full
Can
analysis.
you imagine playing a game you hate for 50 hours? Having the time? Like, you're just like, you just
God, this sucks. Well, some people really get off on
What?
like this hating.
What's the next thing that sucks? Oh, this sucks!
Oh God, I can't believe they just did that.
Tomorrow I'm gonna log back in. I'm just gonna look for more stuff that sucks.
Hate playing. It's a thing.
Evidently, yeah.
Yeah, I see what you're
Oh yeah,
saying.
we've all done it.
It is
Yeah.
not
I love this
recommended.
game. I'm done.
Not recommended. 98 hours.
800 hours later.
Yeah, thank you. You know,
I'm not kidding. 900.
I gave it a bad review.
What the hell?
People
Come
have
on,
hate played
Roger,
just like
see
people
for
have
free.
hate played.
What a douche. Ooh.
Turns out that guy. It turns out. You don't know this, but that guy was a developer that was thrown off the project. And
That's what all these people are.
Like, I got fired.
so you're just paying.
He's just troll posting the entire game, so it's fun.
Not recommended. 252 hours on record. Started off really well. But then there's nothing new, even after a year. Well, I mean, you've been playing the whole damn year. Jesus.
It's like John Schneider saying the pizza doesn't taste the same after like ordering like hundreds of pizzas, literally.
Holy shit.
All right, Rob. What do we got next? Who's next?
I am so sorry.
Tyler?
Tyler, go ahead.
All right, so I actually had to think about this because I don't have a lot of Western games I've played, but there is one, and I've actually been playing it while I've been sitting here mostly, talking to you guys, and I already beat it.
Well, it's not the one I have. Then.
Oh, it's posting. It's processing, apparently, because Discord's a piece of garbage.
Processing.
By the way, if you want to visit a piece of
All
garbage,
right, this
which
takes
is
me to
Discord,
up there. Upload
Go to
failed. Cool. Love you, Discord.
www.guys-
No, I was fucking Oregon Trail. I was playing Oregon Trail too.
That's
A
actually
true
pretty funny.
classic.
Huh, nobody thought about
True
that.
classic.
Is
Yeah, I
that the
don't
handheld
know.
Yeah,
version?
Orgasm Trail.
Wait, you
Oh
completed
yeah.
it?
I mean, obviously, I have to go with a name like Dr. Butts. So
Die of dysentery, or did you actually make it all the way?
made it all the way. 2 people drowned on the first river because they're idiots. But everyone else made it, and I made it very quickly.
I love that meme.
But yeah, no, I just it's fun. I remember playing it as a bunch as a kid, and it's really weird that I also don't have any Western games that I actually can think of that I really enjoy because some of my favorite media are things like Cowboy Bebop, Firefly, that have like that whole space like Western vibe to it. I really enjoy that, but I don't have any games that I've actually can think of that I played that have like some sort of Western vibe to them. I know there's things like Fallout New Vegas, but I actually never played that one. So
Great game.
Yeah, I was gonna suggest that if it weren't for this.
and it made me start thinking like I should go back because several years ago, because I was never a big Fallout guy. Like I played Fallout 3, beat it, enjoyed it, and I was like, yeah, I probably should get to New Vegas at one point. I'll be right up my alley.
Speaking of that, I don't want to deter too much. Did you see what I shared on the G2B group today or recently? It's a full conversion mod project people are doing for New Vegas. It's called Nuevo Mexico.
I did see that.
Yeah, it looks so fucking fascinating. I'm definitely getting that as soon as it comes up. Yeah, I'm reinstalling Vegas and installing that and everything. It looks so awesome.
All right, let's jump to the room.
By the way, that game there has a fun internet meme.
Which one?
The Oregon Trail, where they just say, "Oh, how did they die? Oh, they died from dissing Terry."
Yeah.
And it's a digitized version of Terry Crews.
Yeah, that'll do it. All right.
I have seen that where it's like, Terry, isn't that a woman's name? What happened? He died of dissing Terry.
Yes, exactly.
All right,
Funny.
Tyler, you gonna try to post that pic again? It didn't post.
Yeah, I know. It's probably just Discord being shit.
Being Discord. All right, but is it still available? Is the game still available?
Yeah, I mean,
there it
actually
goes.
on like some of like the classic reload sites and stuff, you can play it for free, which is what I was doing just in my browser. And I'm loading up another round here, and I'm gonna see if I can do it faster this time. And if some people die, that's fine, as long as you're not dumb enough to drown in a river.
Or you can see how quickly you can die. One of those two. I don't want to feed
Hey,
it.
Rob.
Go
Got
hunting!
it.
Hey,
Kill a
Rob.
rabbit!
I like the whole religious theme going on there. Why do they all look like they should be in a manger?
Hello?
Rob, I got one more for you.
What do you got?
Like not recommended. 3,880 hours on record.
See,
Yeah, I remember seeing
I
that, and
don't
then they went
believe
on
any
to
of
like
that.
more. They stopped like reviewed it halfway through their playthrough, and then like played like thousands of more hours.
Like I'm like, dude, I don't even have that much time logged in Division.
Yeah, but there are people that do that. Yeah,
I mean,
they'll like. They're like the game's worst critics, and yet they played like thousands and thousands of hours. I remember like this one dude on KF2 who like bitched every time they did an update.
do they just leave
Well, yeah,
themselves
he's like
logged
more
into the
hyped.
game all the
They
time?
must.
And forget that they're even on? I hate this game, and they just walk away leaving it up.
Yeah.
I mean,
You
I was so
almost have to.
disgusted in this game that I just left it on my computer running for
Yeah.
the next 2,000 hours.
And then I was so
That'll teach
I was
you.
so disgusted, I left it running and bought a new computer.
Just like the others in the corner.
Yeah, with the game running.
Just to take up resources on their
Yeah.
server.
So that one more person wouldn't have to suffer through this game.
All right, Ryan, why don't you pick it up in here?
All right, so I've been playing a lot of my Switch recently, and my buddy Dan got me to buy a game a while back that was on sale. It's called West of Loathing. So it is from the
I've
same
heard of
company
this.
that
I have not.
did Kingdom of Loathing.
Wait, West Loathing is Stick People.
Stick People.
Yeah, I love that game.
So it's you love it. So it's it's one of those role-playing turn-based combat games.
Yes.
So you build your character, you get stats for your character, you build a group that goes out and does stuff. And
Yeah, I finished it.
You finished it. Yeah.
Really?
It's very Dan liked it because it's very humorous.
It is
And
humorous.
It's
Yeah.
got a good soundtrack, good music, but it's all black and white and made out of stick people.
All right, for Lucky
So-
Schultz, I'm going to shotgun this at 9%. This is you, Lucky.
Oh.
Mm.
Well, Tom's We going to be should open talkative a today. fresh one.
Yeah.
So
All right.
I probably have like 3.
Oh.
Does anybody want to
All
split
right,
one?
here's a bucket.
I
Oh.
probably have
yeah.
3
Yeah, you do.
So
3 to 4 hours in so far.
really?
But it seems like it's a small game. Then all of a sudden you open the map. And
No, I got
Oh,
about
wow.
30, 40 hours in.
Yeah, and that's probably what it. But it
Yeah.
seemed like when you start, you see only a portion of where you got to go and what you got to do.
I don't mind the stick people because it's all clean.
It's very clean.
Like
It
like
looks
the
really
like
nice.
even though they're stick people, they have characteristics to them. And
Really?
Yeah, I mean you can tell like based on hairdos and you can tell this character from that character and stuff. And it's just I actually like it. It's kind of like it was drawn on like a piece of paper.
Yeah.
You know, because it's kind of got
Slice.
that finish that a pulp paper might have and stuff. Yeah, I really
Yeah,
like
it's
that.
a clean, polished looking game.
Yeah, with the
Game
pictures,
just
it looks really cool.
just for like the single line drawing kind of.
Yeah, post
Yeah, let
post
me,
an image if you can.
Well, I guess it's not just black and white because your damage bar is.
Yeah, I mean, it's not that it doesn't have colors. It's a style.
Yeah.
It's clearly a style that
Right.
they're going for. It's not that it's, this is black and white because that's all we were going to do. They were trying for a look.
Yeah.
You know, and it's clear that that's the look they're going
Oh.
for. And so it's not like it's like degraded in quality because, like Dr. Katz was kind of crappy looking because they drew kind of crappy.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. So, but this is
I need
They're-
fair clerks.
they're going
Clerks in their heavy lines.
They're
kind of
heavy line. But that was also a style.
That was a design choice, right?
That was a design choice. This is a design choice. We're gonna go with stick people. We're gonna do the stick people thing.
No,
There we go.
Yeah,
There's a picture.
Beavis and Butthead also had a distinct, like, really crappy
Yeah.
art style.
So
I mean, it's otherwise pretty much your standard turn-based RPG kind of game.
Mm.
But I like
RPG.
silly.
And it is-
I'm good
it is
for-
silly,
yeah,
funny.
Yeah. That's I don't know. I like laughing. So.
yeah, that is a good one.
All right, Larry. How about you next then?
Well, so I waited a long time for the almost perfect cowboy game to show up in my perfect cowboy game, and it showed up. It was
Rainbow Cowboy.
Guns and Stories Bulletproof. It's a VR, and it's a VR game. Takes place in basically grandpa is telling his kid about his great dealings in the West and how he wrangled up the game and saved the girl, right? And so and basically you go through all the different things that he has to go through to get the girl back. But in the end, it's a light gun game in VR. So it's just a shooter.
Right, it's a point
So
shoot.
it's a point and shoot light gun game, and but it's the artwork, everything is very old westy and everything. So it's perfect that way. He does have some weird sort of Wild West guns that show up that do weird things and stuff that normally a gun you wouldn't have at that time. But it's just a lot of fun. It's just a lot of fun. I even played it on a field that was 40 by 40.
Wow.
So I actually went around the guys that were coming out and shot them in the back.
Well, that doesn't seem.
And they had no idea you were there, huh?
No, they had no idea.
No, that's very Western.
I thought you were all supposed to be like.
Oh no! You're shooting people in the back all the
No,
time.
I shot them in the back.
Just ask the Earths.
It was just a lot of. It was a ton of fun, that game is, and I highly recommend it if you have VR gear, right?
Yeah.
So I don't think it'd be a great game.
It's on Steam, I take it.
Yeah, it's on Steam if you have a Rift.
Yeah.
I played it on an Oculus, but it's on all of them.
Right.
You know,
Right. So it's a multi-platform.
Yeah. I mean,
I keep feeling like the Quest is getting closer and closer in that list of things I need to acquire just to be wireless.
How do you not
I have
have
to
it?
agree with you. See,
Oh, it's
I
so
still have
You
my
buy
Valve,
everything. How
and
do you not
that's-
have it?
And that's where, think about like this. I was in a 40 by 40, so in your Quest you can set up your area, and I was outside, and so I had a relatively flat area outside.
Avoid the
You
streets.
see in the yard.
No, I was up north, and it was a big open area.
Yeah.
And I blocked it off.
And he
and-
stepped in a pile
No,
of deer
it
crap.
worked. The
It
only
was like
thing
this tall.
the only thing that really came out of that was kind of funny. When I got back to the cabin, and my dad's like, "Yeah, I was watching you, and you look kind of funny because you kind of look like a shaman out there. 'Cause you'd be out there going like this, and then you run over somewhere else, and then you go like this, and then you run somewhere else and go like this."
No, I agree with you though. So I'm still using my Valve,
But-
and I'm thinking.
But I mean, I ran around in this huge 40 by 40 area, and it was like I could get behind things, but I mean, it still worked. It's not like the programming broke down where I was in a
So you
place
can
that
find a really big area in it.
Yeah.
It's not like it suddenly went. Like I was
Well lit, I
seeing like
imagine.
weird stuff, like
Right.
blocking or something like that. It was
Planet
still the
Science
game,
VR,
and
you
it
can
still
just-
understood that I shot him in the back.
I like it.
So yeah, I love that game. I go back and play it. It's a quick hitter. It's a simple game.
Setup time is 0.
Setup time is 0.
That's a great
to
thing
get
about
into
VR.
it. To get into it is about 0. It's wait, I'm in a western and now I'm shooting things, and that's it. So, but your choice is like the other really good one I got into.
It's from 2017, so you
Yeah.
a couple years ago.
Yeah, I bought it like right away,
Hey!
like day one.
Oh well.
And then my board
It's
game
off
choice,
center.
real quick. I like the Old West. I like I like all the legends and all that stuff like that. So I play a lot of them, and some of them have been good and some of them bad, and there's been quite a few bad, to be honest. But I do like Bang.
Thank you.
I do like to play Bang. It's quality. It's fun. We played it a
Oh,
lot
hell
as a
yeah.
group.
Yeah,
And we
we
played
have.
it multiple times as a group. It just plays really well. It's got a lot of those same kind of elements with poker involved and different things. So, yeah. So that was kind of my
One of the best.
board games.
If I like it, if I have a copy of it,
Yeah,
I have
yeah.
the Halo one. But
Yeah, you got the
Yeah,
Halo one where
Bang.
you took a great Western and turned it into Halo.
It works.
That said, for all the board gaming I say I don't do, I've actually got a chest of them.
Yeah. Yeah.
But in this group, that's like a minor. That's like
Yeah,
I barely got any.
I got a
this
wall.
group, yeah.
I got a wall.
Yeah.
That's it.
All right.
Actually, you have a small moon.
I'm going to jump
that's
back a little
so
bit.
moon.
I'm actually doing an arcade game that was at the arcades. 1975
Oh, good.
Gunfight. So this was the very
Okay.
first video game where they depicted humans being killed.
Oh, I know which one you're talking
Yeah.
about.
So
Yeah,
you had the
yeah.
For you Atarians, it's Outlaws.
obstacles in the
It's
middle.
called Outlaws.
It
Atari.
came out under lots of different names.
Yeah.
But it came out in like 1975. It actually came out in Japan first. It's Tatio.
Oh, really?
Yes, Tatio.
I didn't know
It was what was it? I don't think
That
it
was
called-
almost that was kind of a high.
No, I think you're right about the name.
Yeah,
It's-
it was
Yeah.
high noon. I forget what name it was in Japan, but it was called like Gun. It wasn't called Gunfight in Japan. I forget what it was called in Japan.
Americans are idiots.
Well,
I think
yeah,
that's what it was
that
called.
too.
I think that's it.
What was it called in Japan again? Hold on, let's see.
Sea of retards.
Western Gun in Japan
Yeah.
and in Europe.
This has been
Multi-directional
better with
shooter
swords.
developed by
Yeah.
It's called Gundam Side Story.
Chicago. It first came out in Japan, and then Midway picked it up here in the U.S. But basically, just this game had a lot of firsts. So this is 1975. You have to realize there's maybe 10 or 15 electronic, truly video games at the arcades.
Pong was ruling the landscape.
Pong, Space Wars. You had some very basic games out. And this one, you all of a sudden you had the multi-directional controls. If you remember, it had those spinner knobs on it, so that you could point the gun, and then you could move your fighter up and down. Then you had a few moving obstacles and cactuses in the middle. So it came out in 1975, but it's real big first. It's the first video game that had a true microprocessor in it.
Nice.
So this was the
It's
first.
also a great game.
It is a really good game.
It's one of the very
actually.
few games I can beat Jonah at too, which is
Cool.
not the original. I
So,
the Atari.
so yeah, you could. It was a 2-player. You could do a player versus. It also then Midway, because it was Midway Bally. It came out. It was came out on the Bally Astrocade.
Oh,
It
nice.
was actually built into it.
Like the real one, yeah.
Yeah. So the Bally, that which was one of the very first home early game consoles, which I also had a real thing for it because it was like, oh my god. But this was like in '76, and you didn't have a lot of home video games. You figure at that point it was the Odyssey from Magnavox.
Which was just barely a video game system.
Yeah, exactly. And then you had the Bally.
Sorry,
Arcade.
the Odyssey 2 was barely a video game system. Odyssey, I'm
was
going to give
not a
credit
video
to.
game system.
Yeah, but I'll give credit to that
Actually,
one.
too.
Because it was like the first of its kind.
Yeah,
so,
exactly. But so this game, actually, let me post a flyer for it. It did really well. I mean, this was one of those ones that started building up the hype for electronic games in the industry.
Fabulous
By the way,
game.
just because you bring up arcades, my arcade favorite all time for Old West was Cheyenne.
I'm glad you did Cheyenne, but my goodness, quit doing that because I gotta get mad on it.
So, but again, as
Tom
far
just basically took my runner up, but that's fair enough.
as far as home video game, Western. I mean, it had a lot of firsts, and again, it goes back quite a ways. I remember playing it at the arcade. So, but again, you gotta realize again, in '75, you went to a arcade. It wasn't a video arcade at this point. They were still arcades. Most of the machines would still be electromechanical. So to go in, like I said, you might be able to play Space Wars. You might have.
You might be able to play
Pong.
twin skeet shoot.
Right, but that you probably would, because that's that came out in what do we say?
71.
Yeah, so exactly. So that machine's still around at this point at the arcade.
It's a relatively new machine.
Exactly. So it was not all of a sudden you see video games and the representation, the graphics are not spectacular, but for the time they're pretty good. This is again the time when Death Race came out and there was all the controversy about that because you were running over people in little gravestones. But this one, the guy fell over and died, and that was the first representation of somebody dying in a video game. So I know it's simple graphics, but
Actually, I thought it was pretty good.
it's a great game.
Well,
I like the deal. Yeah,
back
it's a
to the
good game.
stick people. I
Fun
thought
multiplayer.
the graphics on it were clean. I knew what I was looking at.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, and that is definitely this game too.
Yeah.
Even though the graphics are simple, they're very clean. They're very simple.
Yeah.
It worked. The game.
knew what you were looking
really
at.
believe I remember this game.
I'm sure you do.
Yeah.
Everybody played the
But
damn thing.
the controllers seem very unique. I'm sure I.
It's almost a twin
Yeah.
stick shooter.
Yeah, for two people.
The way it kind of set up looks.
Because you're controlling direction and then arm.
Yeah, exactly. But again, it was a great game. It really played exceptionally well. Again, you could play with your friends. It was just a really.
Come on over, kill your friends.
No, that was it. I mean, hey, at the time that was hot shit, dude. I mean, it was
Killing your friends?
Well, yeah, of course.
That'll get you 18 in life.
Only if you get caught. All right, so that was my choice. But again, definitely a great Western game. It's available on everything, guys. So if you're into retro computing, you can find it pretty much for there's a if not that game, there's a similar type genre for every retro system out there. I mean, it was it's basically a quick draw game. It really plays exceptionally well. All right, Rob, you got to wrap this mess up. What do you got for us tonight?
Larry said it.
No, he didn't. He didn't. Tom got my runner up, but it was you went with the arcade, and I went with the Atari version. So
Which is a great
that is
version.
fair enough. Which I actually used in one of my videos to represent the Aaron Burr incident.
Oh.
I actually used that game as the representative of what was supposed to happen and what Aaron Burr, the dirtbag, did. But anyway, we're not going to start. At the time, nobody was shooting each other anymore.
Right.
You'd shoot up in the air. You'd shoot high and off, but not Aaron Burr. He was a douchebag. Odd that I have this one historical hang up on that guy. But anyway, all right. So my game is going.
My
Boy,
game.
You actually did.
My game.
Talking about.
My game.
Mine's gonna be Wild Western, which is also an arcade game. This is my first pick, and I'm amazed nobody picked it because it is available on the.
That.
On the
Hey man,
Switch.
if you're using the restroom,
On the Switch.
turn your mic off.
Turn your VR off. No, just kidding.
Do not have the mic hot when you're peeing. By the way, if you're just sick of watching us talk, make sure to visit our Discord. You can go to www.guysgamesofbeer.net, and on the top right-hand corner of the screen, there's a link to our Discord. Go through, and there's very often some pictures of the games we're talking about, or you got Dallas playing a game online. Just you're missing part of the experience if you're not on Discord. Okay, so anyway, Wild Western was made in 1982, and I'm going to call it the American version of the pronunciation Tato
92.
because it's named after potatoes. 82.
82.
It's named after potatoes.
Okay.
It is basically Frontline was a big was a big
oh,
hit for them.
Shit. Okay.
Which
I
is a
see.
huge game.
Wait a minute.
This is the same.
I gotta make a comment. I own this game that he's about to talk about. Terry, you stole it from me. You never returned it.
What the
Terry,
hell?
you bastard!
He
What
took.
the
He
hell?
literally took one of my video games and never returned it.
Wait, are you dissing Terry?
I'm dissing Terry. No, Terry,
Terry.
you
That runs
know
risk.
you stole my fucking video game and you never returned it. I had this game, Rob. I actually own this arcade game.
I know. I think I played it at your house.
And
I was very happy that you had it.
Terry wanted to borrow it for a birthday party. He borrowed it and he never returned it.
Terry, you bastard! And that goes back to 1987, by the way.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's
this
all
would
right.
be
It
so
does because I
funny.
think the
I
last
was
one.
literally
Oh,
prospect.
you go to the mailbox
Yeah,
and there's like a game in.
Oh no,
No,
dude!
it's
It's a
over.
full-size arcade game.
Oh.
He took a full-size fucking
Oh,
arcade
like a
game.
stand-up machine.
Yes.
I'll get that someday. Well, he's never come to go get it. No, I'm not.
Oh,
Just saying, Terry. If you still have it, I want it back.
that is some thievery.
You
right there.
motherfucker.
Terry, you heartless bastard! You know how many
Okay,
quarters I
continue.
had to put in there because Tom didn't have it? Anyway.
So continue, Rob.
It was made in 1982. It was basically it was the same hardware as Frontline. You were basically a sheriff that was trying to protect a train. You were kind of the reverse of the game that was mentioned earlier.
You're on your horse, which is fucking amazing.
Yes,
too.
which is freaking amazing.
Top-down view.
But much like the arcade version of Outlaw, you had a twisty which you could use to
Point
aim
the
your
gun.
gun, and then the joystick for the other.
So
was
Smash
like a,
TV was not revolutionary in
No,
any
no,
way,
it was
really.
not.
It was like
No.
what's the other? there's
Frontline.
Frontline and the other ones that were kind of
Yeah.
Commando or
So
something
so
like
you'd move your character with the joystick
Yeah,
and then
the
aim your
spinning-
gun with the rotation.
So I feel
Yeah, it
like
was
Commando
great, Rob.
was
Good
the one I
call.
played, but
Commando was another one like that. Yeah.
yeah.
Heavy
Yeah.
barrel.
The Commando, I thought Commando just had a joystick though. I could have sworn.
No, I'm pretty sure Commando had the little rotating
Look
thing
now.
too. Yeah.
They're killing me.
Well, anyway, stick on the game you're on.
Because
Yeah.
that game was fucking
Not
awesome.
our
Terry, I want it back.
Terry,
Damn
you
it.
bastard.
Just drop it back
Yeah.
off, man. I'll send you my
So,
address.
so anyway,
Feel free to
Wait,
return
wait,
it.
Sorry, the power supply's blown.
I don't care. Return the goddamn game.
you can replace that.
The monitor might need a recapping at this point.
Still return the goddamn game.
So,
Stop making excuses.
so
Fix
anyway,
it.
you can play Wild Western. It was actually I gotta say it was pretty fun. It captured the Wild West very well. I thought. You got a train. You're running by. It can act as a block. It was
Which is cool.
very much based on the original. You know, it was roughly on the Outlaw game. To be honest, it was very close to it as far as the gameplay, but you had a lot more people to shoot. It was kind of fun because you could shoot people off their horse, the little horse would go running off, which was really fun to watch.
Yeah,
I
that
really
was a nice
loved
piece
that
of
part
animation too.
It was, right?
So yeah, so if the outlaws are coming up on you and you shot them, they'd fall off the horse and the horse would zip on by, which was pretty cool. Nice touch on the game.
Yeah, and it was graphically it was nice. It was, pretty typical of the time period, early 80s, but I would say maybe a little above average for the early 80s arcade. Yeah. It was nice looking. Not much else to say about it. It was just really it was really a fun game. I enjoyed it a lot in the arcade. We had one copy at and it was at
my house.
It was it was at Tom's house. It was at fuck you, Terry. It was at
Terry was my boss, no less. So that's even worse.
Bastard.
What am I boss?
I think it was at. I think it was actually at Aladdin's Castle.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that was at.
So was there any home version? I don't remember a home version of that one ever.
I know Frontline got.
Yeah, Frontline got home versions. Yeah.
I don't think it did. I'd have to double check that, but I don't think so.
Yeah, because that was a great game.
Yeah, it was.
Seems like there would be a remake now. Like there'd be like a Steam version now.
Well, there's you can play it on your Switch. It's available on the Switch.
Okay.
Because everything comes to
the
Switch.
They weren't lying. They weren't lying. And I'm kind of surprised that Gunsmoke didn't get caught.
That's what made me think of it, like Gunsmoke and Sunset Riders, I think.
Yeah, I was thinking
Oh
Sunset
my God,
Riders.
Sunset Riders.
I thought somebody else would take Sunset Riders, so I stuck with Wild Guns.
I know, I was kind of surprised
Totally
that one didn't
forgot
come
about
up.
that.
So
Yeah, the arcade version.
I will bring up that Gunsmoke was an excellent freaking game in the arcade.
That was also
and the NES version
was that a
pretty
spinner
good.
too, or just
No.
you shot left,
I
right,
think it was a
and
dually.
center, right?
So quick
I'm pretty sure
poll.
it was a dually because I played it on my Mini.
Quick poll. When you're playing a Wild West video game, do you prefer to be the law or the outlaw?
I'm an outlaw all the way, man. Black hat, man. Black hat.
Kind of depends on the game, to be honest.
The answer is
I like it
both.
both. I'm pretty. I go both ways on that.
Swinging both ways.
Yep, swinging on both teams doesn't matter. Nope, just one and 3 buttons.
3 buttons.
Mm-hmm.
Whichever way you wanted to shoot, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
That's it.
Hold on 1 second. Don't end the show. Talk amongst
All right,
yourselves.
we're out of here.
Please.
Yeah, Sunset Riders. I mean, that was just that followed the whole 4-player.
By the way,
arcade
so
games, which is just a lot of fun. I mean, you get a lot of people on the machine, and you just never.
long as we're
arcade
back,
version's the Haas version.
as long as we're just chatting, back to Cheyenne. So that was a light gun game, but it wasn't actually a light gun game.
No.
It was the crossover between light gun games and electrical mechanical. So
Really?
it was a screen, right?
Yeah.
But it still had the very solid fixed mechanical gun that had the plate underneath, and it would still.
Like a video game, right?
It was Cheyenne, yeah. Cheyenne was the
It's almost
video.
like what we were talking about, like Operation Wolf.
Right.
Yeah, where it's got that really stout harness. You can almost like know that it's not an actual light gun.
Right.
If it's got the stout harness.
Right, because it's meant so you can bang the electromechanical parts around.
Yeah, you go like this, but it's got to stay in place.
Oh
Right.
yeah, I totally don't remember that one.
Yeah, I mean it was the companion piece was crossbow.
Okay.
Like they often would sit next to each other
Ah.
in arcades because they were very similar games. And but Cheyenne was you were basically the sheriff and you were jailing various gangs.
Oh.
And that was a very, very fun game.
I'm surprised that a Western game for the Atari 2600 wasn't mentioned. Custer.
Oh,
I
Yeah.
did think about
that was my
that.
favorite. We had a chance to buy that one,
Yeah, but they had it something out there that
and
one
we
time.
oddly passed it up. I'm
Yeah.
kind of surprised, but nobody wanted to actually play it. So.
It sucked. The game was
Yeah,
horrible.
It was bad. So
No, and that line, I think,
We're gonna put
Night About the Town was
Atari
better
thing.
in that vein.
The
but-
ROM.
Someday we'll do.
Yeah,
porn
I've got the
games.
ROM too.
Porn games.
You know,
Favorite porn game.
You know, we've
It's
done
not
it.
for
That
MGC.
is a cut.
Right.
We have never covered porn games.
Yeah.
Oh,
The
there's a
best
topic.
adult games. Yeah.
Hey, we should shoot Larry all the way, man. We've given away a bunch of those copies of those games.
No low hanging fruit, man. You gotta go for the gusto. You gotta go for Sex Olympics.
Oh, there you go.
All right. Well,
Anyway,
don't pull
Poker
your
games.
load.
We'll save that for another show.
And you should probably
That's a
wrap
good
up
guy.
today.
yeah,
All right.
We really need to wrap this up.
You know what they say? You got to wrap it up. You
We
see.
do. You do.
gotta-
You gotta
wrap-
You got to wrap
Don't be
it
silly.
up.
Wrap your willy.
Yep. Like that was just like, shut up there.
Like he just woke up.
He's asleep at half the show. Don't be silly, wrap your willy. That's damn funny.
That's funny shit.
Yeah.
Alright, so this is every episode of Guys, Games, and Beers brought to you by Lionheart Racing. Lionheart Racing, all the joy of racing without the rubber hot dogs. You can check them out if you go to www.guysgamesandbeer.net. Take a look on the top right-hand corner of the screen where all the cool stuff is. And boom, click right through. You can watch yourself a race. You can join in the commentary. Maybe you can visit their Discord.
I wonder, is it, if there isn't, maybe there should be Lionheart Racing candles that smell like burnt rubber. So you
Oh.
can light that.
No,
while
they
you-
should absolutely.
George, there's your marketing idea, dude.
They should smell like racetrack hot dogs.
Okay, they
Right.
can. But that's another one they can make.
And maybe-
Racetrack hot dogs,
Maybe a little
burnt rubber.
little fuel in
I
the
was just
air.
gonna say gasoline.
That horrible communal urinal.
Oh, God, yeah. Racetrack restroom smell. Those
Yeah.
These are all great candle ideas. George, I expect to see these on your site anytime now.
Toothless guy smoking.
really bringing the racing experience alive.
I like that. Every time you're watching, you
Oh,
can
my God.
light
Just
those
like the candles.
Boom, you've got the whole
You're
thing
right
going.
there at the track.
Oh, Lord.
All right, Rob. Hey, Rob, we got stuff coming up, dude.
We do?
We do. 22nd, we got an interview with the game developer.
We do?
What
That's
else
true.
is coming up, though?
That's true.
I mean, it's...
I mean, that's a long way up.
No, 2 months away!
I hate doing I hate doing
really
MGC
quick.
like 2 years.
Okay,
2
that
months.
makes sense.
It's like Christmas.
Okay.
You don't like do. It's Christmas in
Well,
2
the only
months.
Fire
reason
and
I-
Ice
the only
coming
reason
up
I would
at the end of
say
this
is
month.
if you're going to be at MGC and there is something we bring out or maybe we haven't bring out, maybe let us know which thing you might want us to bring out. You know.
Ed, what the heck is it? Is it admin, guys? What is it?
Whatever you want, Rob.
No,
Oh, that doesn't work
there's
anymore.
no. Yeah,
right, that
no,
doesn't
we're
work
on
anymore.
Microsoft now because screw wild cards. Why
Yeah.
would they ever want to do that?
Yeah.
There is like I think it's I can't remember.
Uh,
I'm sorry.
Hey, but we might be up at
Now
Fire and
remember
Ice
what
in a
those are.
couple of weeks here. Last week in February, Fire
Oh, we
Ice
do like to get hung over
is
and
in
go to Fire
Manitowoc,
and Ice.
Wisconsin. We've done that before.
Mm.
And we might be doing some coverage up there, so if you're at Fire and Ice,
Do we
stop
had
by
an
and
instant
say
headache
hi.
last time we went?
Last time we were there was it felt like their whole deal had stepped up.
Oh, damn
and,
yes.
and we had some really fun interviews.
Oh, it's a
and,
great interview.
Yeah, and so so maybe that might be a
Good place to
event.
stop and see us.
Yeah.
All right, Rob, take us out of this mess.
Okay, so couldn't get enough of this because it's so great. You could go to www.guysgamesandbeer.net, which is your central hub for all things Guys, Games, and Beer. If it's posted, you'll see it there. Also, you can check us out on Discord. That's on the top right-hand corner of the screen at the same site I just mentioned. What? You like the dank memes? Do you like the memes?
Who doesn't? Who
Yeah,
doesn't?
who doesn't? Well, you can go to www.facebook.com/guysgamesandbeer. You can check out the Guys, Games, and Beer support group, where our memeologist Dallas digs deep.
Oh, way deep.
For the most meaningful and thoughtful memes, a catered experience for those who want classier memes, the deeper memes.
Yeah, the deeper the better.
Yeah.
Just let it hang.
We're also on YouTube
That was just writing up on the
every Tuesday, 6:15 p.m. CST. www.youtube.com/guysgamesbeer. Probably be giving away some games this week, I think.
That sounds like a good idea.
Give away some dang games.
All right, okay, Rob, I'm going to take that as a challenge. You give away games, I'll give away games.
That sounds great. We'll give away a bunch of games.
All right.
We'll get some free games.
So keep an eye on all of our social media sites, because you never know where we're giving them away.
Did you give that VR game, Mike?
I did.
Oh, okay. Probably have another one for you, too.
All right, good. All right. Later all. Bye.
Oh, shoot.
Right.
Yeah.
Like a fart.
A wet fart.
So Xbox no longer a sponsor after
They're
this week?
pissing me off.
That's
They're
really
really
annoying.
pissing me off.
Hey, so that being said, does anybody
Well,
want
what's
to
weird is...
Maybe.
Yeah, I'll probably go
When
to
is
Fire
it?
Nice.
Well, I figured we'd do like we did last time. Just go.
No, when?
Oh, the
when?
26th. 26th.
Of this month?
I
Of this
got,
month.
I gotta check my calendar, because...
Check
My
the social
God!
calendar. The week after that is Ren Fair. So it's the week before Winter Ren Fair.
So how much time do you need to get ready for Ren Fair? That's
It's pretty much locked down now, so...
Yeah, you do.
everyone's ready to go.
Yeah, I mean...
Well, I got some costumes.
No, I meant like
Oh.
us, like
The talent.
I think it'll probably be okay for the
We're
26th.
we're the setup.
We'll do
I
it.
When
don't
is
see
it?
anything on my thing.
February 26th. I figured we'd do it like we did last time. We'll bring it up.
Gun.
Yeah, just exactly what we did last time. That worked out perfect. I got to contact them, but they said they wanted us back. But
That is a free day.
again, we'll drive up in the morning like we did last time.
Yeah.
Do the show.
So I have ice fishing this weekend,
Right.
and then I skipped the weekend. Wait, no. Then the next weekend is snow dance and ghost, and then winter
What's
red
snow
fair's the
dance?
next thing.
Ghost. You're gonna sit and watch the throw pottery.
No, the band Ghost,
Oh.
and with Volby. Yeah, you go to that?
No.
It's gonna be.
What
fun.
day is the week is that though?
Sunday?
So
Yeah.
Susanna.
Snow Dance is the comedy show they do down on 6th Street.
So Susanna threw our names in to maybe help usher that day.
At snow dance.
Yeah.
Okay.
She's like, there's so many people going, they're sold out. So she called Brandy and like,
Yeah.
so if you guys need ushers,
There you go.
like, so Larry comes in like, no
What
ticket.
kind of sadism is
Are we
that?
sitting around
you
for a
know?
bit? Do we have time to do another beer with you?
I'm
We
still
got
doing
time.
it here.
We got time. We got time. We got time, right?
I'll split one with you.
I don't want to split one of those.
Okay.
Oh, you say doesn't want it? I thought you said does
No,
not want
that's okay. Rob's just gonna drink it
All
himself.
right, that's fine. Just about
What?
here, and then you gotta
Quit
do
being
the
an
rest.
ass.
Right.
Right. Wait.
Water oil.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
Alright, we'll do a quick one.
But yeah, so yeah, I will reach out to them then and then
That was tasty.
see if
Oh,
we can
shoot.
set up.
Yeah,
gotta
so
take
we're
the-
just gonna
Wait.
drive up.
Set the booth up like we did before.
Guys, Games, and Beer is a
Because we
product
ran
of
it
the
like last
Guys,
time. They
Games,
were-
and Beer
remember, they were really
Media
cooperative.
Empire.